back at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ken Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He can't get him down. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. And he stopped immediately there. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Gregory Rousseau, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
The Bills at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
To throw now. Here's Love.
They'll set up the screen for Spears.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To the air again, Love. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun, here's Fields.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here's Love.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
3rd and 9 here. Throwing. Love. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Hunter Renfro, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Cooper able to add the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Back to throw, Fields. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That is caught, and he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second down and 3. To pass, here's Jordan Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd down, here's Spears. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Love now. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Love. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Love.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a big let out there on 3rd down because you've got to cover the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Love.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hand off to Spears.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Off play action. Fields
steps away. Allen has it left side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
And can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Oh, now Shenault with a chance to run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
Fields gets this quickly to Ingram.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Fields now to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
They snap it to Fields.
Out to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now Love.
And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw now. Here's Love.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Love looking to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. That one complete to Leggett.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Fields.
Going deep for Walker.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Love.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Love. Connecting with Renfro. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
They had the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. Down the sideline he goes. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Into the hands of Ingram.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. Third down now. All eyes on Fields.
Flushed out right.
And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Fields.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Love looking to throw it. That one's taken in by Spears.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Part of a tie game in the fourth quarter. You're up 4-0 in the NFL. That's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Love. He'll look down the field here for Kincaid.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate
big plays for an offense.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now it's Fields. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as it kicks away. KaVontae Turpin now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
And oh my gracious, if he could have just clutched that and fallen to the ground, it's an overtime victory, but instead we keep going. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. It used to drive me crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that, because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love now. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
To the air again, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Going back to Love.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets us from inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And you just had the feeling when they took the field for this drive, they meant business. They knew a field goal would keep the game going, but a touchdown will end it here in overtime. And that nearly did it right there. What a play to put them in position to win this ball game.
Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They